bad about it. But you know, then I realized, you know, oh yeah, for that, oh what the fuck, you know. And then the next morning, shit, my friend, one of my friends from Kansas City and shit, I'm gonna leave his name out of it. You know, he's like, dude, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamt somebody was peeing on me, and when I woke up, I was covered in piss. I was like, oh god, dude, I am so fucking sorry. Like, I've never felt that fucking bad in my life. That sucked. I fucking hated myself so much. I still do. And I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking sorry and shit. And like, I kind of steered clear from him all day and shit, you know, and I was just like, dude, you know, I was contemplating myself. I'm like, just let him punch you, let him beat the shit out of you and stuff, you know, as long as we're still cool. You know, so we wound up talking, you know, later on that day and shit, and I was just like, dude, whatever way I can, like, show you that I really am sorry, I'll do. You know, dude, we're friends and stuff, you know, I never purposely mean to do that to you. So, he was like, okay, we'll take it to Juggalo Night Court and shit. You know, and he knew how bad I felt about it. He's like, dude, it's no big deal. I mean, you know, like, I'm not even that pissed off. I was like, well, okay, whatever. So we go to Juggalo Night Court and shit. It's a packed house, like 300 people in the big one tent. There's like maybe 8,000 people at the gathering that year. I don't know. And so we go in there and shit, and fucking we're doing our thing and yada 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 and shit. You know, we plead the case, blah blah, and my friend brings in his piss stain mattress as evidence, and Sin from Zug Island is there in the jury that night and shit, and like, we were supposed to originally like kind of play around with it. I was supposed to be like, oh yo, you enjoyed it, blah blah blah, but I felt so bad. I was like, no dude, I fucked up, I wronged you, and whatever punishment anyone sees fit, I'll do, you know, as long as you know that we're cool and I'd never mean to do that to you. And so fucking Sin has me lay down on the piss stain mattress face first, thank god. And fucking, he's like, okay, here's a big ass water bottle. This is supposed to make up for the amount of 2 pisses. This is supposed to make it up for the amount of a drunk piss. You know, pour it on his head. And he starts pouring the cold ass water on my head and shit. I was like, okay. And then my friend was like, nah, fuck this, I gotta piss and shit. And Sin's just like, go ahead. And so in front of 300 fucking people at the gathering at Juggalo Night Court, he proceeds to piss on the back of my head, and it burned like a motherfucker. It was like, god, maybe 50-second long piss, which if, like, I mean, while you're peeing and shit, that's a long ass time. It felt like an eternity from my point of view, you know, and I'm just like tapping the fuck out and shit, you know. It sucked so bad and shit. Everyone was freaking the fuck out. They were all like, piss on him, piss on him, piss on him. And, you know, like, Sean got done and shit, and I was just like, oh god. And they were like freaking the fuck out, you know. And then after we got off stage and all that shit and stuff, I was just like, dude, are we cool, you know, like, is this okay? And he's like, dude, I wasn't even that mad at you. Because I guess he was drunker than I was that night or whatever, and he knew I'd never mean to do that. But yeah, and the whole time after that at the gathering shit, like after that happened, luckily they had portable showers there, so I went and took a shower and, you know, fucking washed as much as I fucking could, and, you know, I called up my friends back home and shit like that, and I was like, dude, you will never believe what the fuck happened. I told everybody, and I still get made fun of it for even today. You know, but it's an interesting story. It's a funny story at my expense. You know, I didn't enjoy it, but, you know, I wronged him. That was my punishment and shit. I haven't really seen them much since we went back to Kansas City and stuff, because I guess he moved to college or whatever. So yeah. You know, that's my little gathering story and shit, and everybody throughout the gathering that year heard about it. There were different variations, like, oh, he peed in my mouth and blah blah blah, and I was like, no dude, no. So I had to explain it to him, so I'm explaining it to you guys. So just watch how much you drink and have fun, and that's the end of this installment.